we are not even close to done yet, guys.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am super excited today because we are going to CS Craft, which is a dealership that specializes in JDM import cars. So every car you're about to see is right-hand drive, imported from Japan, and they're incredible. They're all great examples, so it's going to be a great time. Unfortunately, I'm actually recording this after I've been there, so I'm making the intro after the video that I made. But the reason I'm doing this is because I actually lost some footage of my initial intro and when I walked in the door. So you're not going to get to see my initial reaction or kind of like an overview of the showroom because all the stuff that was filmed on my camera got erased with the SD card corruption, which really freaking sucks. However, thankfully, I recorded everything twice, once on my camera and once on my phone. So I have an entire walk around of the showroom floor, every single car at the dealership. But anyways, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to start with the first vehicle in the front of the building and work our way around and back to the last vehicle in the building. So I hope you guys enjoy.
There it is. CS Craft. I kind of want to go around each car, just, check it out a little bit. This is a really clean EG hatch, and I typically don't like EG hatches, but man, this thing is super clean, like next level clean. I'm mind blown by this. And coming from a guy that's not into Hondas, I would drive this thing around all day long. I love the color. The wide body's done the wide body's done right. There's no gaps. I mean, everything looks good. I do want to talk to them a little bit, figure out kind of how they get their cars, because it makes me wonder, how do they decide what they're going to buy? Do they just wait for something to pop up? So I'm excited for that. But look at this Supra. I forget, this might be the Blitz body kit. Nowadays people really don't put body kits on Supras, but seeing a body kit on a Supra that's done this well is surprising to me. You can just see how clean everything is. There's no real bad panel gaps. The paint is pretty good. So of course this one's right-hand drive. So it's got 74,000 kilometers on it, and they want 58,000 for it. That's actually not bad. To check out this Evo, I gotta come over here. Man, look at this. This is freaking cool, dude. This is really cool. Honest to God, I've barely ever seen these cars in pictures, anything. They're so rare. And up until Adam LZ got his a little while back, no one really has seen this era of Evo, This thing looks great. I believe that's the factory intercooler. Got Volk wheels on there, which is really cool. I really like this color. We got bride seats. I never noticed this wing actually protruded in like that. I always thought it was flat like all the other Evos. It looks like it's adjustable and everything. That's really cool. Oh man, we got a Silvia. This thing is beautiful. This thing is a super clean example. I mean, this is wild. And especially in a red. And it looks like the factory paint too. I don't see any imperfection, any dirt nibs, nothing. And this thing is washed and cleaned. Wow. Okay, there's a little damage back here. But man, this thing is all original. Right-hand drive, manual. Wonder what the mileage is on this. I think they're asking 39,000 for this thing. But that would totally be worth it. I'm going to switch to a wide view here. 78,000 kilometers. 39,000. Someone that wants this car would pay 40 grand for it. No doubt. Here we got a 240 with a nice little body kit on it. That's definitely some aftermarket stuff going on. I see an intercooler, an oil cooler. This thing in midnight purple, it looks really good. This is a good color. I can tell the car's been repainted, they added these, wide body quarter panels in the back, but it all works so well. This thing is really pretty. Typically you see a 240 and they don't look so hot, and this thing is definitely well done. Right-hand drive, that is, man. 300Z. Tokyo Nissan. Oh my god, this thing is all original. We got an all-original Fairlady Z. This is mind-blowing. Oh my god. 33,000. Again, I don't know if that's kilometers or miles, but either way, that's not bad at all. 45,000. Somebody will definitely pay that for a twin-turbo Fairlady Z. 100%. Wow. This is so freaking cool. Sorry, guys, if I'm jumping around a lot. I'm just Wow, here's a R33 in midnight purple. This thing looks really good. I always loved midnight purple. R33 was honestly my dream car for a while. The R34 is great, but I mean, this thing is just, come on now, look at it. This one's definitely all original. You can tell it's on stock wheels, stock exhaust, which makes this a little bit more special. 38,000 miles. They don't have a price on this one. I'm guessing this one's probably a bit expensive. But for good reason. You ain't gonna find a stock R33 GTR very often. So here we have a Tommykaira edition R33, and this thing looks really good in this silver. Not crazy about the wheels on this thing, but hey, you know, it is what it is. They're asking $68,000 for this one. Man, this thing is stunning. I love this color. This color is so nice. I keep saying that, but maybe it's just because of how clean these cars are. It's like just crazy. 73,000, okay, for very good reason. This thing, man, okay, it's modded a little bit. I see some gauges in there. 52,000 on the odometer. So right behind this one, we have an R32 GTR. And this thing, I'm not crazy about the wheel choice on this one, but this thing looks really good. It's got a cage in it. So it has been modified a little bit. They're asking $109,000 for this one, which is crazy. You know, the R32 is going more than the R33s. I think it's just because they're in demand a little bit more. But this one could be heavily modified and, you know, we don't know it yet. We got a lot of carbon going on here, and the crazy thing is, at first glance, it looks like this thing's rocking a carbon lip, but the whole bumper is actually carbon, so they just taped off and painted everything but the carbon on the bottom. And that is really cool. That's a cool little detail. And then they might have had something here. I don't know if they did that just to show off the carbon so you knew it was the whole bumper. But this thing is really pretty. Wow, I would take this home today if I could. I really would. We are not even close to done yet, guys. Then over here, of course, we have a silver R32 GTR. This one's really clean too. I think this one is in completely stock condition. Again, it's really hard to find. The fact that they have these pretty much completely stock GTRs is mind-blowing. Over here we have a all flat black GTR, which is pretty cool. This car pulls off flat black really well. And I don't think this is plastic up or wrap. I think somebody actually painted this and used a flattening clear coat. And it shows because it looks really nice. It's really uniform. Not a lot of people put that kind of money into it, but obviously, you know, if you have a Skyline, you're going to do it the right way. Again, another R33 GTR. Look at this 240. This thing is super clean. This thing is really pretty. I love the white. Every time I see a white 240, it's got 20 different black panels on it, and this one is just completely clean. They're asking $27,000 for this, so this one is a little more affordable for somebody who wants something like this. You could buy this thing, put some original taillights in it, get some different wheels, and you'd be set. Alright, we got another Silvia over here. I'm not crazy about this color. I feel like in the sunlight it pops a little bit more. It's like a greenish blue. And so when the sun hits it, I'm sure the pearl looks great. But inside here, I'm not super crazy about it. They're asking $35,000 for this one, 98,000 kilometers. And then we have this Nissan Pulsar. I've been kind of like excited to get to this. This is freaking cool. Kind of sucks that there's stickers all over it, you know, but we got an HKS exhaust. So there's 140 kilometers on this, so probably 70-ish thousand miles. Look at the hood on this thing. This thing is just gnarly. That freaking top mount. This thing is really cool looking. I might get roasted for this, but I really don't even know what this thing is. But it looks really cool. So it's a Nissan, obviously. POW? A Nissan POW? This thing is actually really freaking cool. It reminds me of like a Fiat. Right-hand drive, obviously, 64,000 kilometers. I love this freaking color. This color is really cool. Big gauge cluster, sort of like a Mini Coupe, but obviously not in the center. But I'm curious to learn a little bit more about this thing. This could be a really cool little car. I mean, either way, this thing is so clean. The interior especially, that's mind-blowing to me. The leather, I don't know if it's all original or not, but the leather looks really, really nice. I love how they brought the paint inside the interior. I love that they did that on older cars. I wish they'd do it on more modern cars. And then my Subaru guys will be excited about this one. You know, this is sort of like a Subaru channel. Right-hand drive WRX wagon. This thing is super cool. 18,000, so this one's really not bad. Now this one, I feel like this is something a little less rare, just because I've seen a lot of right-hand drive Subaru wagons. A lot of people used to use them as mail vehicles, but seeing a WRX wagon right-hand drive is a little bit more rare. But then again, this thing has 69,000 kilometers. So then over here we have the Toyota Sprinter. This is the GT Apex, I believe. Yes, this thing's freaking cool. Always thought these were cool cars. It's cool to see one in person. I don't think I've ever seen one of these in person. So this is completely new for me. Check this out a little bit. Kakimoto Racing. I've never heard of that. The fact that there's just like a stamp on it with Japanese, like, I don't know. It's just so freaking cool. And then we got this jade green R32 over here. This thing is really cool. I think this is a GTS. This isn't a GTR. It's definitely, yeah, GTS. Still, nonetheless, really cool car, and we got a 4-door at that. I'll be honest with you guys, coming in here and seeing the pricing on some of these is lower than what I thought it would be. And so I'm kind of excited in a way. Like, maybe one day I'll have that kind of money and I can get one, and that's not as far away as I thought it would be, you know, as far as money-wise goes. But then we have this beautiful GTR. Look at the color on this thing. I really like this color. I think this is original. This isn't Bayside blue. This is like a solid blue color. Not sure if it's original or not, to be honest with you. But this thing is super, super clean. The rest of the car looks all original, so this may be an original color. Nismo exhaust. It's all original with a Nismo. So that's really wild. And then, of course, another midnight purple R33, but this one is a V-spec. This thing's really pretty. It's got the Nismo wheels, Nismo exhaust. This thing only has 40,000 kilometers on it. 20,000 miles. This thing's got to be expensive. I know it's oh my god. And this is really exciting too, because I've never seen one of these in person either. The R31. And most people don't even know these things exist. You know, they don't talk about these. And so it's really cool to see them in person. BBS wheels on this thing. This thing looks really good, really clean. Wow, 71,000 original kilometers. 56 grand for this one. Not too bad, not too bad. I feel like these are a lot more rare. And it definitely looks all original. Stock exhaust on both of these. GTSR. Then we got pretty much the same thing over here. Wow, guys, that was like a life-changing experience. Just going in there and seeing all that. Seeing an R31 in person, like, just, that was incredible. So guys, unfortunately, I didn't really get to interview with them on camera. I didn't want to shove the camera in their face, and a couple more people came in right after I was like finishing up with my videos, and I just didn't want to bother them. But this place is super cool. Both the guys in here are awesome. I did talk to them a little bit. They've been in this location here in Naples, Florida for about a year now. And I asked how they got their vehicles, and they pretty much, they have a main Nissan dealership in Japan. So they own a Nissan dealership in Japan and constantly work with them to get the vehicles in, which is really cool. So they take, you know, all they sell in Japan are the GTRs. That's all they sell. So here he said they're kind of like tinkering with some other stuff, you know, like the 300Z or the Evo or the Civic. And so, you know, kind of gauging the market, but they only deal with GTRs in Japan, which is really cool. And it's just a really cool people to talk to. Really nice place. Awesome freaking cars. So if you guys are ever in the position to buy a GTR, this is the place to do it. So Kazuki is the owner of this place, and he's done a really good job. I mean, the place they chose, the way it's laid out, the cars they have, the selection, the pricing, it's just really freaking awesome. Man, if I had the money, I would have left with a car today. Maybe one day, guys. Maybe one day. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you again in the next one.